Good morning, good evening, and welcome to World of Warships. My name is Robin, and today we are going to sail with the Tier 7 Soviet destroyer, the Kiev. But first of all, thank you very much for tuning in the video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you will enjoy your time here. The ship we are about to sail in has 6 130mm guns with a top range of 12.3 kilometers, 12,800 points of health, 10 torpedoes with a top range of 4 kilometers and a top speed of 44.6 knots. Her anti-air defense system is rated 24, her surface detection range is 8.7 kilometers, and her armor thickness goes from 16 to 19 millimeters. For the modules I've installed, we have Main Armament Modification 1, Aiming Systems Modification 1, Propulsion Module Modification 1, and Propulsion Module Modification 2. For my commander, Basic Firing Training, Expert Marksman, Last Stand, and Superintendent. Note that these commander skills are from the previous patch, and so is this battle. But I want to showcase the Kiev today because Soviet destroyers are about to get some love from wargaming. Its second branch is being implemented with at the key another Tier 10 Soviet destroyer. That would make 2 Tier 10 for the same nation and branch, a first in World of Warships, and I'm really hyped about it. Furthermore, the Kiev is going to jump up to Tier 9, which is as surprising as it is smart. When you look at history, the Kiev was an alternate design for the flotilla leader Tashkent. The question is, was this alternate design superior to the Tashkents in the first place? In this very battle, I will actually be fighting Tier 8 and 9, and I think it's going to be a pretty good example of how well she can already perform, even when overtiered. Anyway, that's enough of these descriptions. Let's take the Kiev to battle. And here we are, on the map Two Brothers, Standard Battle. We have spawned on the southwest part of the map, and I'm heading towards the northwest set of islands to try and flank the enemy team. The matchmaking is pretty good. Even numbers of each classes, 3 destroyers for both teams. This should be a pretty balanced match. I know my concealment is garbage, but I'm hoping to get some positions behind cover to make up for that. Some of my teammates are also moving west, but this particular side of this particular map is known to be a death trap for larger ships, since the lack of cover makes you an easy target if you get spotted. I'm fast enough to risk it before the enemy gets a bead on my positions, but I'm fully aware that I will not be the only one destroyer having this idea. Back on the fact that wargaming is going to boost the Kiev up to Tier 9 had me jump in excitement. Being an already powerful ship and sitting in the sweet spot of Tier 7, she is a terror of the sea and a first pick for Soviet destroyers lovers like me. I hold the hopes that she will receive buffs to her HP, shell damage, or even torpedo range if she wants to earn her place at Tier 9 and be able to face off against Tier 10s. But like I said, with careful handling and good decision making, both qualities I'm far from mastering, she can make the most out of even higher tiers enemies already. But back to battle. I have successfully managed to reach the position I was aiming for, and I'm already spotting some enemies in the distance. North Carolina and Dmitry Donskoy are sailing more or less towards me, and I've also been detected. Another destroyer is in the area, and I can't tell which one of them it is, because regardless of it, it will detect me first anyway. I'm going to use the island to disappear and prepare myself to fall back. I'm way ahead of my team, and even if I managed to get some good positions, I can easily get flushed out of it without backup. I'm assessing the situation right now. I have been detected once, that's fine, at least one enemy knows I'm here. Twice now, from an aircraft, so now the entire enemy team definitely knows I'm here. I do not have the element of surprise anymore, if I ever had it, and either I fall back, either I hunker down, right here, find defensive positions and wait for my teammates to push up and help. I'm about to set up for the second option when the destroyer that was spotting me the whole time, the Tier 9 Fletcher, appears right in front of me. I'm caught with my pants down, facing one of the most dangerous destroyers in the game, with nowhere to run, but I have my torpedoes. The Fletcher is not in a good position to launch his, even when I panicked and run into the island. And thanks to a divine intervention, one of my torpedoes is going to scratch his side and detonate somehow, granting us the first kill and a devastating strike. No time to rest. The North Carolina is coming into torpedo range as well. I launch my second set and out of nowhere, a Tier 7 Akatsuki decides to rush my position as well. The torpedoes, aimed originally at North Carolina, are going to hit the Japanese destroyer. My guns open up and we get the second kill with flooding. Wow, talking about divine intervention, the World of Warships god were with me that day. Otherwise, never I would have had that much luck. Luck aside though, that is 2 enemy destroyers out of the fight and 2 enemy destroyers gone from this flank. The other enemy DD is on the opposite side of the map, and at this point I'm hoping that this turn of events will entice my teammates on pushing up with me and give me a hand now that they only have the target they can see to worry about. I've laid down my smoke and I'm engaging the North Carolina with a mix of HE and AP. Armor-piercing shells on Soviet destroyers are really efficient, and you should most definitely use it in broadside scenario, even on battleships. And at close range, your damage dealing potential against Citadel is monstrous considering your reload time. So use it. Use AP every time a scenario allows it. In this case, I have switched back to HE and I'm trying to set some fires. My teammates finally decided to push up with me, and I'm waiting for them to get a little bit closer before I start moving again. My smoke is about to dissipate anyway, but I want to make the most of it and keep the North Carolina under fire. The enemies on our flank are falling back towards their cap, and we got a cheeky friendly destroyer that was audacious enough to get through the center pass and started capturing the latest objective. He's in a world of trouble though, since pretty much the entire enemy team is converging towards him. At least he created a very good distraction that is going to allow us to corner them potentially from both flanks. Yes, unfortunately our Yugumo gets taken out. Nice try though, that was ballsy, I give him that. North Carolina is very low, and even if I'm taking a risk revealing myself considering my low HP, I feel confident. I'm the only destroyer here, I make the rules now. No surprises awaits me ahead, and I can dictate whether or not I want to engage. It's a very comfortable situation, and with the help of my teammates now, we can keep a high pressure on the enemy team. In this case, the North Carolina is an easy target, and I managed to finish her off, securing our third kill of the match. Enemy Dmitry noticed me, but he can't really do anything against me. If he wants to have to deal with me and close up the distance, he'll have to risk his ship to my friendly's fire, and he's not planning that at all. His salvo misses me barely, and I decide it's time to disengage. I want to get closer to the enemy's objective, behind some cover hopefully, and I can't do that gun blazing. The second, North Carolina, is maneuvering away from us, and apparently our eastern flank did not work out according to plan. Our team is actually falling back towards our cap, chased down by 3 of the remaining battleships. This could be a threat to us, but we are in the lead point-wise and outnumber the enemy team. Even if this east flank could be a potential comeback opportunity for the enemy, that's one more reason to push up this western flank and get things done before they can reach our cap. The sunk North Carolina's airplane detects me, and since I'm visible, might as well go guns free. I'm not too far from cover, I can engage. The Dmitry Donskoy definitely have me on his side though, and I'm trying to keep him behind this island to block his line of fire. We also get an enemy Mogami sitting inside the cap. I can't pick this island without getting lit up like a Christmas tree, so I cut the engine and laid down my smoke. I don't know why I switched to AP here. Surely because I thought that would deal more damage, but I'm relatively safe from harm and in a very good position. My teammates are still aggressively pushing with me, and I know they will at least support me. The enemy Dmitry Donskoy had enough of my shit though, and is moving directly towards my last known position. I'm surprised he's not using his radar. Maybe he already burnt it and is on cooldown, but regardless, he wants me dead. But unless something else happens, I have the advantage. I have my smoke, I have this island as cover, and the closer the Dmitry Donskoy gets to me, the more danger he's running into. He does not know my exact location, and I'm able to set up the perfect ambush possible for a Soviet destroyer. The point-blank torpedo run. Full forward, I'm going to jump out of my cover and surprise the Soviet cruiser that might not have been expecting that much aggressivity. My torpedoes are in the water and AP is loaded. My shells, like I said earlier, are going to deal very solid damage to his broadside. Friendlies, scores, good hits on him too, but there's no point in firing anymore since my torpedoes are going to connect, finishing off the Donskoy and granting us our 4th kill. I was surprised that the Dmitry took so much risk, not only running into me, but also closing the gap between him and my friendlies. Oops, torpedoes in the water, I'm able to evade at the last second, and the enemy cap is pretty much open. Only the enemy North Carolina is on this side, as well as the low-health Mogami that decided to chase down our other destroyer through the center pass. I'm able to push inside the enemy cap without taking too much risks, and decide to go hunt down the Mogami. If he decides to push towards our cap, he'll have our other destroyer to deal with. And if he wants to reverse back, I'll be there waiting for him. I can move undetected, but not for long, because the North Carolina is actually turning back. My friendlies are still pushing. I'm glad they followed my lead all this time, and my smoke is almost ready again as well, so I feel confident to keep going. And you know what else drives me too. I want my Kraken, and that low Mogami could very well give it to me on a silver plate. Enemy airplane is over my ship, detecting me, and I can no longer ambush the Mogami. I'm just hoping that the North Carolina won't target me. And it's all going to happen in a matter of seconds. Mogami did reverse back and send torpedoes my way. I make short work of a broadside with AP shells, and thanks to the island, I managed to dodge the torpedo as well. We end Kraken unleashed, and I can die in peace now. My smoke and torpedoes are reloaded, and the North Carolina is turning her guns towards me. I lay down my smoke and prepare for another torpedo run. I do not want her shooting at me, she could very well take me out in one shot at this range. But my friendlies are keeping her under fire as well, she has no chance of getting out of here alive. Our friendly force in the south are defending our capture point with their life though. The enemy battleships have pushed aggressively towards it and are now starting to capture it. I decide to pop out of my smoke for a torpedo run on the North Carolina, so we can finish her off and keep capturing the enemy base. I've set the target on fire multiple times and launched my torpedoes, but the North Carolina is going to get taken out by our friendly battleship before they can connect. Finally, we have the base and we've cleared the area of all enemy threats. My only concern now is that we might not be able to capture their base before they can, but I was wrong. Even if they can capture it, we have the advantage in our capture progress anyway. If we do not leave the enemy cap, this should be a victory. Plus, we have our friendly destroyer still in the center pass, ready to reset if needed. And nothing happens until we secured the objective, so I'm just going to speed this up for you guys. And we secured a victory. Over 100,000 points of damage dealt, 14,000 XP earned, and 500,000 credits gained. We've achieved First Blood, Kraken Unleashed, and Devastating Strike. Awesome run with the Kiev. I was really happy about the outcome of this battle and that I managed to lead the push on that western flank. If it wasn't for obscene luck at the beginning though, I would not have gone much further, but we've pulled ourselves together and secured a Kraken Unleashed in a Tian'an game. I think it was a good introduction on how well the Kiev will potentially perform in the future. Wargaming will need to replace my luck with better hit points, harder hitting shells, or overall better statistic, but I have high hopes that they will do the right thing for this ship. Thanks anyway for the fun you've given me, Kiev, and I'll see you at Tier 9. For now, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching it until the end. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, and you're a kind heart, give it a like, and stay tuned. There is more content to come about World of Warships. Until then, you have a good one, and you take it easy.
Установка дымов завершена. Крейсер врага потоплен.
What are the odds? What are the odds?